What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and today I'm building an OU team around Venusaur and Torkoal's son. Then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. This Pokemon has the potential to just auto-win certain matchups with Chlorophyll and Growth. This combination of coverage is really deadly, however, the matchups where Venusaur is going to struggle is when you find a Choice Scarfer that can outspeed it, even under Sun. So the two notable ones are Scarf Dragapult with Flamethrower, and Scarf Cinderace with Pirate Ball. Before I add defensive utility for either of them though, I definitely want to add another Sun Abuser, ideally a physical attacker, so the two that come to mind are Choice Scarf Darm and Choice Scarf Cinderace. Just for more speed control, I definitely think we already have all the power we need under Sun, so the reason I'm going to go with Darm is simply because I don't want to lose games to Pirate Ball missing and Flare Blitz can't miss, so that's my logic right there. Let's go ahead and run Earthquake, Rock Slide, and U-Turn with a Choice Scarf. Like, Core Change is helpful, but I don't think it's completely useful whenever you switch in Venusaur, you're just going to grow them and try to go for a game anyway, right? The hazard chip isn't going to make too big of a difference. Obviously, Torkoal definitely wants infinite switch-ins, but I don't think you need to get up Sun multiple times in a game to try to win, so I don't think we need the Core Change right now. Let's go ahead and run a Jolly Nature with 4 in Spadef and go from here. I definitely want better hazard control than Torkoal if I'm running Darm, because Torkoal's hazard control isn't very consistent. It gets spin blocked by Dragapult or any ghost type. I actually need a Dragapult check now that I'm thinking about it. Darm can revenge it, because Banded Flare Blitz under Sun is broken. However, if they're Choice Scarf and threaten me with Draco, I need something to take that on, so I believe standard Sun teams just run Mandibuzz. I don't want to build completely standard Sun, but I think I do want Mandibuzz on the team. U-turn momentum is so valuable against Fairy type Pokemon. It just gives me free Venusaur or free Darm, so I think we will go with Mandibuzz and Heavy Duty Boots, but from here I'll try to mix it up a bit. I think standard Sun teams tend to run Dugtrio on teams, and then maybe like Dragapult is last, but I'll try something else out. Let's go ahead and run Overcoat with U-turn, Knock Off, Roost, Roost, and Defog. We'll go ahead and run Spadef because I really needed to take 2 Dracos from Dragapult, as well as Specs Hydreigon. Honestly, that might just drop me anyway. I don't know the calc off the top of my head, but at the very least, if they're dropping 2 Dracos, I can get in Venusaur and try to threaten with that. What do I want to add at this point, though? Because I don't want to run Dugtrio. Dugtrio is boring. I still need a way to threaten Toxapex, though, a better way than like Darm Earthquake or Venusaur growing up, because they can play aggressively against either of those and switch in something on the resisted Flare Blitz or the Growth, and it's not going to end well, so what do I want to do about that? I think a great way to at least force Toxapex out is with Zera. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Zera would also threaten every other hazard setter, right? Close Combat Tyranitar, Plasma Fists Pelipper, and then I guess Close Combat Vanillux if people decide to run that, so Zera doesn't sound like the worst idea ever. I could run Grass Knot to weaken Toad as well for Darm, and then Darm can just spam Flare Blitz for the entirety of the game. It's also really useful because even if the Dragapult isn't Scarf, it can still naturally take a +2 Sludge Bomb, so I can definitely threaten it with Play Rough, and then the Play Rough is also able to hit Komodo, which is able to tank both Weather Ball and Sludge Bomb from Venusaur due to Bulletproof, so I think Zera is actually perfect the more I talk about it. Let's go ahead and run Life Orb with Plasma Fists. We'll go... I don't think I need Volt Switch. We'll just go Grass Knot, Close Combat, and... what move am I missing? Play Rough is the one that I wanted. And then obviously Close Combat on the set right now. With Max Attack, Max Speed to outspeed Dragapult, minus Spadef 4 in Special Attack, and just like that we only have 1 team slot left, so what am I worried about? I definitely need another Pokemon that can threaten Toxapex, because Zera is good, it definitely can force it out. However, if this gets Toxic Poisoned by T-Spec's Baneful Bunker, or just a Toxic on the switch-in, that's pretty horrible. However, I think in most scenarios I'll probably be utilizing Darm to U-turn into Zera if anything, but it's still something I want to consider. So, what do I think will help me out on the last slot here? Team gets 6-0'd by Cloyster at +2. I could run Scarf Mew. I don't know if Mew has the speed tier for that. Maybe we'll run into one and I can find out, but Scarf Mew wouldn't be the worst thing ever. It would just be more speed controlled though, which I probably already have enough of with Scarf, Darm, and Zera and whatnot. However, it could, like, double Scarf isn't really that bad. People definitely get caught off guard by that, so I could go with Mew and just stick with it. Is there anything else, though? Like, Volt Switch me wouldn't be bad to catch Hydreigon on a lead right away, too. That would be really good for Torkoal, because a lot of people will try to lead Hydreigon and just click Draco right away when they see Torkoal's Sun, because it's the freest Draco ever, right? So, if I do something like this with Dazzling Gleam, I can get kills right away, and unless they're random bulky Hydreigon, this is a guaranteed OHKO, so let's go ahead and try it. Rest of the moves will be Psychic, Volt Switch, and Flamethrower. I don't really need Flamethrower because we already have so many checks to Ferrothorn, but it's mainly for Corviknight because I want to be able to threaten that for Venusaur. Say I lose the Sun, but Venusaur is still a good defensive or offensive option against their bulky team. I can still try to win with just a combination of Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain and not have to utilize Weather Ball, so having the fire coverage on this could be helpful in that regard. I just closed my team builder. Let's go ahead and run Timid Nature. That is sassy. There we go. Timid, thank you. And 4 in Spadef, and I believe that will be the team. The abilities look fine. Let's go ahead and play. So I have the first game right now, and we immediately see Rain versus Sun, so I really need to take advantage of my Zera here. I'll lead Mew though, as they end up leading off with the Dreadnought, so this is kind of scary. I could have got up rocks right away. I think my best play is to Volt out here. And what I'll do is bring out my Torkoal on the Liquidation, and then I don't really have a good Stone Edge switch, and that's the problem. I'll just go back to my Mew here, as they throw out the Pelipper. Makes sense. I'll go ahead and go back to Torkoal, I think. On the Toad, this probably has Earth Power, so let's make the Mandibuzz play. On the Pelipper, and this gives me a knockoff. Okay, so that's pretty good for me. I'm able to win that exchange, knock off the Damp Rock, as they're going to U-turn out into Dracovish, right? That's the only play here, yeah. So now I kind of have to figure out what I want to sack off to this. I think I could give them the Weather War. I don't think it would matter very much. Yeah, I don't think losing the Weather War is like the end of the world. Let's go ahead and throw this out. Actually, I was able to live, which is interesting. Should I switch out again? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out into Venusaur here. This could have Hurricane. I'll go for Sludge Bomb. I don't think they're Hurricaning, as they go Dracovish. I do end up poisoning that, which is kind of big. I feel a bit bad about that. I'll sack off the Torkoal here, I think. My bad with the poison, I guess I'll say that. And let's see what he wants to do now. I guess he can go back to Pelipper right now and win the Weather War. That's the thing. I'll go Zera here. I think he probably wins this game, but my Mew's speed tier might be able to save me. At least I'm pretty positive it will. Yep, out comes Pelipper. That play makes sense. I'll go right for close combat into Pharaoh. I know that play is coming out, and then I can just CC again right here. I doubt he switches out again. Yeah, he's gonna sack off the Pharaoh. I mean the Pharaoh, which makes a lot of sense right there. Out comes the Mantine. Now the thing with Mantine is I know it's gonna probably be like that sub-metronome set. I definitely want to keep this around, so I think what I'll do is just sack off the Venusaur. As crazy as that sounds against these four, I don't think it's doing too much. Alternatively, I can just go Mandibuzz right now and not really be too worried about that. Just click knockoff as he's going to click the Surf again. It is metronome like I thought it would be. We'll click Roost right here in case he decides to sub up, as he goes right for that Hurricane. And then I'll make the play into Zera here and go right for Plasma Fists. He might try to pivot Toad into Pelipper. That wouldn't surprise me at all. No, he just sacks off Pelipper. Okay, so let's see what he does now. He could go out into Mantine again. Ends up being Dreadnought. Okay, so against Dreadnought, I need to actually run this calc. Does my Mew live a Life Orb Dreadnought hit? The Dreadnought Liquidation. It looks like I do live it. Yeah, Adamant Life Orb under Rain, I do live. So that's really important. I think I sack off the Darm, as he actually ends up missing a Stone Edge. That actually really sucks because every Rain turn matters. He'll be able to knock me out there. Then I think I just go Mew here and click Psychic. Yep, I'll be able to take that hit just fine. Then he's going to go out into the Mantine. Okay. Mantine might have this game for him, depending on how I can play around the Rain. I think what I need to do right here is... I do outspeed it if it's modest, and I'm pretty sure he would be modest on this. So let's go Zera into Mew. Hit him up with the Psychic, I think. As the, I'm able to knock that out, and then I'll be able to knock out Mantine. GG, sorry for hacks. Yeah, that was definitely a lucky game on my end. So, that's kind of lame, but I guess I'll take the win. Alright, and we'll be able to knock this out with what I have in the back. Let's go Venusaur and just Sludge Bomb for the KO. And that'll be that. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. This team is very interesting. He has like 2 hyper offensive sweepers like Cloyster and Bisharp, but then it's not on hyper offense, so I don't really know what to think of that. Either way, my Zera is amazing right here. I definitely want to try to get Rotom in range. Ideally eliminate Bisharp because that would eliminate Sucker Punch from being a possibility of winning. Venusaur kind of just wins too under Sun, I'm realizing. There's so much potential for a lot of things here. We'll go Mew lead as he ends up leading off with the Toad. So that's interesting. I don't think Mandibuzz getting Toxic is too big of a deal looking at the matchup. Like, it's not going to stop the Bisharp or Drill anyway, and then they have, like, a few other options. I'll just go out into it and throw out a knockoff here. If they get up rocks, I'll probably... I could defog. They do have the Bisharp. I do have a Torkoal, though, so that might be able to take it on. Actually, I'll learn that calc right now. How well can Torkoal take +2 Bisharp hit? Knockoff is doing way too much, okay. So that's not gonna happen. They do go right for the rocks. I guess... Yeah, I'll go right for the knockoff, as they're likely going to Toxic. Kind of brutal. I kind of wanted to expect it, but I'll go right for U-turn here. I think they go Bisharp this turn. No, they just stay in, okay. Maybe double Toxic? Scald, okay. And we'll make that play into Venusaur. I could see Rotom coming out. I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks here. I don't die to Earthquake. I will die to Earth Power, but I'm able to get my Rocks up, which is really important. And then we'll go Venusaur now and Growth up and like just get 4 kills, probably. I think that's probably what happens. Because I don't die to Ice Shard at all, so it doesn't even matter. They can try to stall Sun. Like, I think that's actually what they should do here. But yeah, I just Growth up and do a ton of work with Venusaur, and ideally I can put enough work to win the game with my Zera later. So I'm going to Growth up. My play here is obviously Weather Ball. We both know it. They might pivot out into Toad again. Nevertheless, I'm going to click it, right? I could be aggressive and try to catch Toad, but there's no point. Look at that, does so much anyway, and what I'll do is just double Weather Ball. Yeah, there's no reason... Actually, they're definitely just going to sack this off here. Let's go for Giga Drain. Yeah, there's no way you keep this around, the way I see it. I don't think you do, at least. Yeah, so they sack that off. I'm able to probably get another kill, guaranteed here. They bring this out. That's the wrong HP stat. Yeah, I'm just going to knock it out, too. I'm not trying to predict. And then they might go Bisharp here, because I'm likely in range of Sucker Punch currently. Never mind, they just want to sack another Mon off, I guess. Let's get a Weather Ball kill. Yeah, Venusaur was so free this matchup. I feel kind of bad about it, but... Yeah, at this point I have no reason to switch out. Let's go right for Giga Drain. They're going to knock me out with Earthquake. They choose to Rapid Spin. That was definitely not the play. Yeah, because they can't kill me with whatever they have here. You can go Bisharp and live anything, since my Weather Ball isn't boosted by the Sun right now. Cloyster shouldn't outspeed me at all. Yep, I get a crit, bring it down to Sash, which is, I think, the more important thing. Depending on the nature, they might win, but we've already seen that they're not a plus speed nature, so Mew will outspeed it. Yeah, because 239 goes up to 478, and I'm 492, so I'm good to go here. My best sack is this. Then I go then I go Mew, Volt switch out, bring out Zera, and win. Okay, they could win if they Ice Shard flinch me multiple... Wait, they were Sash, they're not King's Rock, so yeah, I have this game. Yep, Timid Mew is able to outspeed. I go Zera here, throw out a close combat. If they are Focus Sash Swords Dance, they can win. It would depend on whether they can flinch my Mandibuzz, I believe. Pretty sure they would have to flinch my Mandibuzz, but they can also like crit Sucker Punch here and maybe win. That would be something that I have to consider. I'll click CC, obviously, and they didn't try to do anything. So, yeah, I'll be right back. So I've got another game right now. I definitely don't want to give Specs Primarina a kill immediately against my Torkoal, so I can choose to lead Zera right here. The one really horrible lead for Zera would be the Clef, and against Clef I can go Torkoal, so let's make the Zera play. So, the thing with this exchange is, I can play rough obviously, I don't think it kills them, and I would end up dying, so I'm gonna go Torkoal here on the Drain Punch and get up my rocks. I'll live Earthquake or whatever they want to do. Knocks off my Heat Rock, good play. Is it worth taking a Facade with somebody else? I don't think so. And then I'll go ahead and make the play into... Venusaur is not going to kill it, that's the problem, right? Venusaur does... There's no way it does 88. Yeah, can't do 88, even to like no bulk at all. I guess the better place to go Darm and Flare Blitz then. That'll definitely get me a kill at the very least. If they stay in, I probably die to Recoil, so that'll be interesting. But, I mean, getting rid of like Seismitoad or Clef or Corviknight, I'm assuming one of those goes down here, would be really good. So, let's see what they want to do. If they stay in and don't Mach Punch, that's like best case scenario, but they have no reason not to Mach Punch. So this might get O-Code, if not 2-hit KO'd. Yeah, 2-hit KO'd, okay. They might have random Aqua Jet. It would be in Torrent range. I doubt they do. Only I run that. No way this guy's running Aqua Jet as well. So I'm able to knock that out. Most people run Psychic because they're normal, but then there's me, who runs Aqua Jet for like a random Excadrill. They really don't have the best options against my Darm. Like, Sucker Punch probably kills me, right? That's something to keep in mind. I could be aggressive and stay in against the Bisharp, but I don't really feel the need to do that. Alternatively, they just go Toad here, and they try to beat me down like that. Could have actually been smarter to just keep the Torkoal Venusaur, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe I shouldn't have sacked the Sun, but... They're gonna DC. I don't know if they think they've lost already, or what the case is here, but... I think I'm in a good spot. The problem is, I'm gonna run out of Sun soon, so... The thing about that is Venusaur doesn't really need the Sun up for its speed tier here. It outspeeds everything. The growth is the more important aspect, so obviously I'll go Mandibuzz. There's no way I can stay in on Sucker Punch, and let's try to get a slow U-turn as they are going to give me another Flare Blitz kill. Okay. Hello, Corviknight. Big fan. Do you want a Flare Blitz? Does Seismitoad want one? I don't think it does, but... I mean, we can find out. We saw how much Prim took. I think Toad will get 2-hit KO'd. It's under Sun. Like, I'm not banded, but it's under Sun. That's basically choice band. Like, so they gave me Corviknight, which is really good. That's actually really valuable because I wouldn't have Sun up, so I couldn't Weather Ball with my Venusaur. Now Venusaur kind of just clicks buttons, but the problem is they still have a healthy Bisharp. Out comes Conk. I'll Flare Blitz here. I don't think they're gonna Mach Punch. Yeah, they don't. I feel kind of bad now. That guy got red, and I'm not gonna let them SD either. Just kill me. Yeah, dude, just do it. Because if I get damage on this, I win with my my Venusaur anyway, so I'm not really worried. I go Zera here, and the best play right now is Plasma Fists. If they stay in, they lose to Venusaur. If they switch out into Clef, I 2-hit KO it. That's why Plasma Fists was always the play. And there's no reason to predict Toad and try to Grass Knot or anything like that. Goes Toad. Even if I take this hit and end up dying to Bisharp Sucker Punch, I should be fine with the U-turn plus Giga Drain. So let's go ahead and hit that up. I can't let it SD though, I have to close combat. Yeah, Sucker Punch is able to knock me out, but this can't win the game for them, unfortunately. Because what I'll do right here is go Venusaur first. Go right for the Giga Drain. Do a lot, that's gonna put them too low. And then they can't beat my Mandibuzz without dying here, so let's go right for the U-turn. And it looks like I didn't get flinched either way, but as you see, they had to take 2 Life Orb hits, so... I'll be right back. So now we have a team that has a Celebi on it, so that's definitely not good news for my Zera. However, Venusaur kind of just picks up kills from what I'm noticing here, so that's something I can try to take advantage of. Just gotta get the plays right with it, though. I'll lead off with Zera, I think, but if they lead Hippo, I'm gonna lose my Mon, so maybe I should be a bit smarter. I'll go Torkoal, as they end up leading off with Cinderace. It could go immediately for the Taunt. Or Pyro Ball. They just go for U-turn. Okay, that's fine. I'm thinking Hippowdon is definitely a good play here. Yeah, that's what's gonna come in every time. No reason to stay in on Earthquake. I would rather just go Mandibuzz and get a knockoff. If they Toxic me, they Toxic me, but I think the knockoff is better just to help out my Darm and Venusaur and whatnot. They might Earthquake here. Yeah, they go for Earthquake. I figured it was a possibility, but I mean, they're gonna win the Weather War in the end. Meaning I have to take advantage of my sun, like, now. Cinderace. So that puts it in range of Venusaur. They're gonna go for the U-turn again, so they're just letting me chip everybody. I'm gonna get in my Venusaur now and try to get some kills. Like, this is getting really bad really fast. Yeah, let's go right for Sludge Bomb, I think, as they left it in. Really insane play to make, in my opinion, but I'll Giga Drain now. If they go Cinderace this time, they got me, but yeah, they go Celebi this time. That's really brutal. I got both those wrong. I have Rock-type Weather Ball. I'll try to defog and keep this Weather War going, but I don't think there's much I can do at this point. Although, I have to admit the damage on Celebi is quite useful. They're definitely throwing in... I thought for sure they would go Hippowdon. 280, 259. What is your base speed, Blastoise? 78. Are you timid? I don't think you're timid. I'm gonna go Venusaur and click Giga Drain. Sylveon. Can Sludge Bomb here. I don't know how much I take from their attacks. The crit didn't matter. I don't know why they did that. I'll just sack Torkoal to CC and then get in. There aren't many great options, if I'm being honest. I don't want to be negative here, but what do I do? Like, I could go Mew and Psychic. That's not the worst idea, but it just gives Sylveon a free Wish, which I really don't like. I guess it's my play either way, right? I mean, if they go for the Wish, I can try to get in Venusaur. Okay, they actually make the Blastoise play. Best case, they try to Shell Smash here. That would be perfect. Okay, they just go for Toxic. And I knock it out. Okay. Now out comes Sylveon. We'll make the play into Darm. On Mystical Fire. I'm really glad they didn't actually recover it. That's really helpful. Obviously, they're going to scout my move, but I have to Flare Blitz multiple times to have a chance. Sacks off the Hippowdon. Yawn comes in. I don't think Sylveon's healthy enough at this point. I think we'll sack off the Mandibuzz here. Just go right for U-turn. They're gonna knock me out, obviously. Then, because they went for Rock Slide, all I need to do is actually hit Plasma Fists with Zera, and I should be able to win. I don't think Celebi takes these hits from the percentage it'll be at. They actually sack Sylveon, which is interesting. I don't think that was the play. So we'll sack off the Venusaur here. Get in Mew. So let's say I Psychic into Celebi, they win the exchange. No, my best play is Flamethrower. Put it really low, then I force the kill with Darm. I might have lost if that's Choice Scarf. Goes right for that. I think I need them to miss Rock Slide. I might have thrown this. Yeah, I let Mew get way too low for no reason. I can kill that. It comes down to what this is. If it's Choice Band, I win. I think they're Choice Scarf and I lose. Yeah, I played this really poorly. I should have been more... I should have expected Scarf or Rock Slide to be a late game win condition, and I completely ignored it. To be fair, I didn't have a Rock Resist, but I should have kept Mew healthier. They go for Earthquake. I don't think that does 39. Pretty sure I live Earthquake. Yep, I'm able to hang on and Psychic's gonna knock them out. They should have Rock Slided every time. I'll be right back. So I have another game right now. My opponent does have the Dugtrio, so I really need to keep that in mind because if Darm gets trapped or Torkoal gets trapped, this could get really bad really fast. They're definitely leading Shuckle, right? I don't really have the best options. I'll go out into this, or I'll lead with this, and I'll go right for Rocks, I think. They might click Encore immediately. Okay, they choose not to do that. I'll just go for Lava Plume here and wear it down. Yeah, they Encore me into Lava Plume, which isn't really that bad. Like, if they get up Rocks, it is what it is, but I think my Rocks are definitely better. I am just a bit worried about the Bisharp, because this is taking a lot of damage here, and I'm losing a lot of Sun turns. Maybe my Zera can stay healthy and I can beat that Pokemon, but yeah, if Bisharp gets to +2 for free, it wins, so I have to keep that in mind when clicking Psychic with Mew. Yeah, actually, in fact, I can never click Psychic with Mew here, because it just gives Bisharp the win, even if I get the KO. Let's see what they do here, though, because they can go Cure him. I don't think Dugtrio kills me. Obviously, I have no choice but to Lava Plume. Okay, they're banded for sure. No way that's not banded. Might be in my best interest to try to go out into this and just U-turn. I mean, I want to try to get damage on Bisharp, and I'm never going to give them Defiant, like I mentioned. And this gives me the Venusaur to at least abuse the few Sun turns that I have left. Like, Weather Ball can get a kill here. They give me the Bisharp. I don't know why they did that. That was like such a big threat. Yeah, and I can spam Psychic like I mentioned now. It's still not over. Like, the problem is Dugtrio as a whole. Cloyster is going to go for Ice Shard, but obviously I'm just going to sack this off. Yeah, not really a whole lot else I can do right there. So there's a few options. I go Mew and Psychic, or I go Zera and Plasma Fists. If I go Zera and Plasma Fists, it dies to Dugtrio immediately after, and I don't think that's very smart. Let's go Mew. And just hit him up with Psychic. It'll kill this, it'll hurt Togekiss a lot. And it should 2-hit KO Cure him unless it's like Boots or something. I think there's Specs Cure him though. So they give me the Cloyster, don't even take the Ice Shard chip. That might actually make a significant difference regarding the Bisharp. I mean, the Kyurem's Ice Beam. The thing is, if they trap me with Dougie here and put my Mew in range of the Kyurem, I might just straight up lose. Okay, they Memento out. To do what? I'm gonna keep this, obviously. I'm gonna switch it out no matter what they bring in. If they go Togekiss, I'm gonna go Hard Darm and try to Flare Blitz through it. No, actually, is that smart? Because if they actually are able to get enough recoil, I think I get swept by Ice Beam. Yeah, Zera won't live, and if they're timid Kyurem, I die. I don't think I can let Darm take damage or else Kyurem wins the game, but then how do I beat Togekiss if I'm not letting Darm take damage, right? I guess I try to use Zera. They go Kyurem here. Is it Sub or is it Specs? I think it's Specs. I'm gonna predict it's Specs. It's DD. Okay, that's really bad. I might have just lost off that. Okay, I'm able to hang on. That shouldn't matter at all. I think if I want to win this, I need to go Darm here and hope that I can take whatever this is trying to do. They've shown Icicle Spear. Do they have Outrage is the question. Is that even worth it? Like, if I force them to lock Outrage, I think I lose no matter what. But if they have Outrage, I think I lose either way. Okay, whatever. Let's just go for Flare Blitz and see whether they have Outrage or not. If they do have Outrage, I need to go for the... they have Dragon Claw. Yeah, it's over. Well, I can go Mew here in Psychic. It might live a Dragon Claw. If they go for Icicle Spear, I need them to get very limited hits. Brutal Swing, and I'm dead. Yeah, this guy has it, unfortunately. Maybe if I didn't sack that right there, and they got very few hits against this, I could win, but I think I die. Yeah, Life Orb Kyurem is just way too strong. It's able to do it under webs. GG, dude. Let's play again. So I have another game right here. I can definitely win this one using Mew if I can weaken Corviknight. However, I have to be really mindful of Trick Room Hatterene. That's a really big problem. Either way, what I'm going to do is lead off with my Torkoal. Against the Hat, okay, so they really don't want rocks going up, I guess. Let's go right for the... Next, it's not smart to stay in. Let's go Mandibuzz. As they go for Trick Room immediately, I'm just gonna take the hit here and go for U-turn, I feel. Assuming Darm can take one, I'm not in a very tricky position just yet, but... Yeah, I don't know if Darm lives. They go Corviknight, so I guess I'll go Darm anyway. Like, Darm can take can get a kill here, but they can pivot Toad and try to get up rocks and whatnot. Let's start chipping away at Hatterene. They definitely go to Hatterene here to prevent my Stealth Rocks, I feel, so let's try to get some chip on that. And see whether or not I can wear down that win condition. If I can, that's amazing. I think they go out into Hatterene. I don't think they're going to risk me getting up Stealth Rocks and wearing down their drag and whatnot for Venusaur. They go Toad. I think it's very safe to assume they're making that Hatterene play this turn. I think Mandibuzz is the best mid-ground, as this guy doesn't care about me getting up rocks as well, I guess, huh? Well, I'll click knockoff into defog then. I had 2 chances to do it right there, and I just didn't. Which is pretty sad. But I don't think I could risk him getting up rocks. I mean, him getting rocks up on the magic bounce and then getting a kill with hat. That would have been pretty horrible. Either way, right here, I'll try to knock off and help out my Darm. I think this can be a pretty easy Darm win outside of Trick Room. But I need to be mindful that I'm going to take a lot of recoil the more I try to Flare Blitz through his team, so maybe I should try to defog and keep Darm for endgame. I'm just trying to slow play it. Like, if I slow play this, I think I can win with the Sun Core, but if I try to play it too recklessly, I think I'll end up losing this. We'll see, though, because the knockoff here would be amazing. He's already taking a while per turn. These turns aren't very hard. You either stay into Toxic Me, or you make the aggressive Zera play as Trick Room goes down. I guess you could go Hatterene, too. Hatterene wouldn't be the worst play ever. Although that would give me the defog, which is why I think Zera might be the better option. Is it actually better to just defog immediately now that I'm thinking about it? Yeah, I'm going to do that instead. Because if they make that Zera play, as good as the knockoff is, I think the defog's better. Come on, dude, play me. Don't time out. I didn't DC or anything, right? I don't think I did. I want to see whether I can win this or not. 60 seconds on timer. Yeah, like, I think this is a pretty good win. I want to see whether I can play it correctly, though. I hope he's not one of those people who just waits till like 5 seconds, then picks his move. That would be annoying. I don't really mind that, but it just messes up the video for no reason. I used to cut through these parts, but now I just kind of form a game plan while I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I can weaken Dragapult for Venusaur WinCon, and I think one of my better ways to do that right here is by utilizing Scarf, Mew, Psychic, or Dazzling Gleam. Because that's not a very common Scarf, right? He might not expect that to be the option to weaken Drag. Like, even if it ends up meaning losing Mew, I can still try to get the damage I need on Drag for the Venusaur. The problem is he could Healing Wish, but yeah, it doesn't look like he did choose like right at the last second. I knew he would do that too. Well, let's go for knockoff here. And see how he wants to respond. Now, he could just spam rocks. Yeah, not a whole lot I can do if he just clicks rocks over and over again. I'll click defog until my Torkoal can come back in with Sun Up. Goes right for the Scald. That will make the U-turn play here. I'll actually go Mew on that, and boots are still intact. I can still take a hit from Dragapult, so I don't think it would be worth it to sack that off. Let's just kill this with Psychic and go from there. I hope he goes Dragapult. I want to see Dragapult come in, so that way I can just have my Venusaur win. There we go. This is what I was talking about. Let's go right for Psychic, get that chip damage off. That's in range of +2 Sludge Bomb. The question is Torkoal the smartest option here? No, it's not. Mandibuzz is, and I just knock off again. Knock off somebody, it doesn't matter who. Or actually, because the Rocker is dead, I should just prioritize defogging immediately, now that I'm thinking about it. Rocks being off my side of the field is way too good. He's gonna get up Trick Room again, whether I like it or not, so let's just knock this thing's item off. As he actually doubles in Corviknight, are you faster or slower than me? Okay, he's slower. Let's get in Torkoal, get the Sun Up. He's gonna U-turn. But I think at this point I win. Because Venusaur just looks way too good. He goes out into the Dragapult. I don't know what this has for me, but I'll go Mandibuzz. Draco, oh dude, that's not the play. Yeah, if you're spexed into that, growth is gonna hurt, and then I can Giga Drain after. Just don't crit me here, and I win. If not with this, with Darm. Like, Darm can just win if this dies. And we know this isn't the Scarf either, so I should be fine. Oh, I don't think you should have actually switched out. You should have gone for the crit at that point. Let's go right for Weather Ball and just try to wrap this up. If he is Scarf, Fire, Punches, Zera, he can win this game. That's his win condition here. Being that set, which I don't think he is. But given that Drag wasn't Scarf, it might be Scarf Zera. Hatterene will die to Sludge Bomb. If you're Focus Sash, then good tech. It wasn't at all. Yeah, I'll be right back. So my next game right here is against a Sticky Web squad with Ribombee and then dual screens Grimmsnarl. I think the best lead is definitely Darm, and then what I can do is I don't want to take a Stun Spore, so let's U-turn into Torkoal and get up my rocks ideally. Yeah, I don't want to take a stun spore with Darm. It's way too good here. It doesn't really beat a ton, but it might provide me with revenge killing potential against Cloyster and whatnot. It depends on if I can spin, but I don't think they would ever let me. I mean, I could spin right now if I really wanted to. But I think getting up rocks first might be better. Just on the Moonblast, right? And then I can spin after. Goes right for a light screen, and I think because they don't have a ghost type, I just spam rapid spin until I'm dead. If I'm at +6, I still don't outspeed them, right? So they go for defog there. Let's go ahead and get up rocks again. I think they might just switch it out because they should recognize that I'm going to keep my rocks up and probably have webs off the field. Okay, I have to be mindful though. Could they just set up with something right here and win if they switched out? No, because I have Yawn, and Yawn can stop anything. So let's go right for Stealth Rocks. Goes hard, Dugtrio, okay. Lava Plume is annoying. Let's go right for... I mean, Earthquake is annoying, obviously. But I was able to break Sash on the right Bombi, which is pretty interesting. I'm obviously dead here. There's no questioning that. Down goes the screen. Do I think they're Choice Scarf? I haven't seen an item, right? Okay, I'll go Venusaur. I think it's the best play. And I'll go right for the Giga Drain. They might make the play into Komodo. They leave it in, okay. So now if they try to go right Bombi, they can't get webs up in front of this. I think the priority should be just preventing webs, right? Although I could get the kill here if I'm smart. Let's go for the Sludge Bomb. They miss a T-Wave, unfortunately, but because Sun wasn't up, I don't know how big that was. If they go right Bombi here, they get up webs without really... I can't stop that, right? But I would kill the right Bombi and I would be in a 5-3 situation that ideally I can win from. If they go Komodo immediately, I'm going hard Mew and Dazzling Gleaming Hit. Like, no way, dude. Yeah, they lost. This is definitely over. Scarf Mew the attack. I should have Psychicked. Yeah, there was no reason not to Psychic. But it's fine. I'll be right back. So I've got another game right now. My opponent is very weak to my Choice Scarf Darmanitan. Even Seismitoad is not going to appreciate Sun Boosted Flare Blitz. Another win condition I can go for is Zera, but I'd really have to keep in mind their Zera, and potentially them trying to win a speed tie. Venusaur 6-0s, but if there's Scarf Cinderace, I'm going to lose this game for sure. There's really no way around that. Let's go Torkoal on the Hydreigon and then pivot Mandibuzz here to U-turn. Yeah, if there's Scarf Cinderace right here, I don't think there's a lot I can do about it, but let's hope they're not. I think that's the one advantage, well, one of the few advantages that the standard Sun team has over mine. It's able to check that with, like, Dragapult and whatnot. Although even Dragapult doesn't appreciate Scarf Pyra Ball, but at least it doesn't get 6-0'd by it like mine does. So they go right for, that's definitely Scarf Draco. I'll hit him up with the U-turn here. If they stay in, they lose the game instantly to Venusaur. Oh, okay, I can go Venusaur here anyway. I'll hit him up with the Growth. I think that's definitely the smartest option then. Like, if they go hard Cinderace and it's Choice Scarf, this is probably an L, but I think if they do, I have to stay in. So they're going to stay in, interestingly, just to get up rocks in front of my Growth up Venusaur under Sun. Let's go right for Giga Drain. Okay, they can try to, like, play around this, but I don't think it's going to go very well for them. I'll click Weather Ball here every time. Yeah, look at that. Now I can just double Weather Ball. This +2 Venusaur is like a monster. I don't know why people... Well, people don't disregard it, but they definitely just ignored it right there by clicking Stealth Rocks for literally no reason at all. So I could have Giga Drained and gotten some health back, but I don't think it'll make much of a difference at this point. They have to be Scarf Zera or Scarf Cinderace to do anything, and I'm pretty sure the Scarfer is Hydreigon, so... Yeah, let's go right for Sludge Bomb here, pick up the kill. There's no way Scarf Hydreigon outspeeds me. And it's looking like we'll actually get another game after this, because that was pretty quick. Cinderace shouldn't kill me with Sucker Punch. That's not the correct move. Let's click Sludge Bomb. Okay, we'll go Torkoal now. Could I get reverse swept by Trick Room? Hatterene. I don't think so, but I don't want to completely disregard the possibility. Okay, that's not winning the game for you. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but I'm going to Lava Plume you, and then I'm going to do too much damage to you. That actually did no damage at all. Let's go for rocks here. I'm going to ignore the Corviknight because I can. Goes right for the Brave Bird. And I guess we'll take the turns with Venusaur to throw off some moves. Go right for Weather Ball. Zera will live, but then I'm pretty sure I just sweep with Darm straight up after this exchange is over. So they sack this, they go Zera, they live. I guess they could also try to go for the Sucker Punch Cinderace route. That wouldn't be surprising. I don't want to play it to where I have to win a speed tie. That's the thing. So they have Boots. They will live here. Yep, they are able to hang on. They actually missed their Pirate Ball, which is kind of funny. I'm assuming they have Sucker Punch, though. If they didn't, I think this was over either way. They do have the Sucker Punch. So, same sort of scenario we were in. And yeah, the guaranteed W is going Darm here and clicking Flare Blitz. Because I don't think Sucker Punch can put me in range of recoil against Zera. Actually, I might be wrong. That's kind of scary. Did I lose? It depends on the Hatterene set. No, but Mew should take one of any. Oh, they sack off Hatterene here. Yeah, this guy's lost the game. If they sack Hatterene right now, it's over. They should switch out and come back in. Oh, it actually lived very easily, huh? Anyway, let's bring this out. Go right for the Plasma Fists. Whatever, I'll play rough. Kinda risky, but I don't want them switching out. If they win tie, they have to close combat to kill me. My best play is obviously close combat. Yeah, they're not Scarf, so Scarf Mew will do the thing right here with Psychic, and I think we'll end things off right there. It's been quite a long live, so 7-1? Yeah, 7-1, I think. It might be 8-1. I think this was either 8 or 9 games, I don't know, but we did take the 1L. I completely forgot to what, but I did hope y'all enjoyed. You can find this team down below in the description. Luckily, that wasn't Scarf Cinderace. If you choose to use my Sun team, then definitely watch out for that and keep Torkoal healthy if possible, but even that might not save you. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. Later.